Hi, Jerry Mona with Boater Input. Could you imagine buying an expensive cell phone and not buying a case for it? And then one day you're walking out in your driveway and it falls out of your pocket and bam, your screen shatters, making your nice new cell phone either completely useless or difficult to use. Well, that's kind of what you're doing if you don't buy something like this for your valuable marine electronics. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why you should have a screen protector for your graphs and fish finders. I'll also explain what to look for when shopping for one, and then I'll end with showing you how to install it. So if you're an avid angler, chances are you have thousands of dollars worth of marine electronics installed on your boat. I mean, some people have multiple graphs at their console, perhaps multiple graphs up on the bow. And the problem is one errant cast or sloppy pitch or swing and a miss on a hook set, and suddenly your half-ounce pitching jig or sinker can become a projectile that may take out your screen, making it essentially useless. The good news is there is an easy and affordable solution to reduce that risk. My friend and fishing buddy Mark told me about this product, and so I decided to get one for my boat. And that is a glass screen protector. Now, this is not like the screen protectors you have on your cell phone. Those are kind of cheap, made of a thin film. They may guard against scratches, but they don't really help you much with impact, whereas these kind that we're going to talk about today provide protection for both. Now, there are a lot of inexpensive screen protectors marketed on Amazon, and most of those you're going to want to stay away from. And the reason for that is most of those are just a thin film, and they may guard against scratches, but don't do a lot to help with impact. So the key things that you want to look for is you want one that's made of tempered glass. That's what gives you that impact resistance. A lot of people say that they're also oleophobic, which means they just resist fingerprints and that kind of thing. And then the third thing you want to look for is that it's made for your specific brand and model of fish finder. So mine, I've got a Lowrance HGS Live 9, and so this is the one that's custom fit for my particular unit. Now, in doing my research before I bought, I discovered that there were really two prominent brands of screen protectors for fish finders. There's this one that, like the one I have from Russell Marine Products, that gets good reviews, and then the other one is Graph Glass. So both of those are, again, very popular with anglers, get pretty good reviews overall. They're both about the same in price, about 50 bucks, excluding shipping. Another consideration when buying a screen protector is whether to go with clear or anti-glare. Now, I will say that from a lot of the reviews that I read, a lot of folks mentioned that with the anti-glare, it sometimes makes their screen a bit dimmer and a little fuzzier, not as crisp. So that's one downside with that. So now I have the clear version installed on this unit, and so it's not a problem on my particular unit because I'm on a ram mount, and I can tilt the angle of that to, minimize reflections. But if let's say you're up on the bow and you have like a real-time imaging live scope, and you're looking straight down at it and the sun's high overhead, that could cause a lot of glare. So in that case, you might consider getting one with the anti-glare treatment. Now, the Russell Marine Products brand that I have, they only make those available in clear, whereas the Graph Glass has both clear and anti-glare. So I installed my screen protector last night, and I've been out fishing all day today, so I had a good chance to experiment with it. And I can tell you, I can't even tell it's on there. I mean, visually, it looks exactly the same as it did beforehand. Now, I've got the clear version, so there's no change in the visibility. And the sensitivity is the same as well. So I can pinch and zoom very easily, slide things around, drop waypoints. So no difference in sensitivity whatsoever. So for around $50 plus a little extra for shipping, it's a small price to pay to protect your investment and to get peace of mind. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to install the screen protector. And installing it is pretty easy, but as long as you take your time and go slowly so you do it correctly. I recommend you do this indoors because that way there's less chance of dirt or pollen or anything like that that may cling to your screen. Also, if you happen to have a pair of rubber gloves, it's a good idea to wear those too. That way, if you inadvertently touch your screen or the screen protector, you're not going to smudge it or leave fingerprints. Okay, so this is the product that I'm going to be installing today. It's the Russell Marine Products version of a glass screen protector. Make sure you get one that's right for your specific model. So this one's HDS Live 9, so that's my particular unit. And so that's what we're going to be installing. And when you open the package, it comes with a few things. There's these screen protector accessories, which I'll show you in a moment. You've got a little suction cup to help you to hold the screen protector when you apply it. And then you've got the screen protector itself in this little bag here. So the first thing we're going to do is open the screen protector accessories. And what you have in there is a alcohol prep pad and a little microfiber cloth. So I've already pre-cleaned my graph with mild soap and water and a microfiber towel just to get the obvious stuff off. But now I'm going to go over it one more time with the alcohol wipe. So that's what we'll do now. And you just want to, go back and forth over it, get any additional fingerprints or smudges or dirt off of it. So just work it back and forth in the whole thing. Because if you don't get any of those imperfections out now, when you put the screen protector on top, you're going to lock those things in place. So take your time, do it very carefully. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to use that at the very end. Now you want to go over it with a little tiny cloth that was provided. And here you want to get out any streaks and any lint particles. Okay. So then the last thing you do is, first of all, remember you got a little suction cup to help you hold it. And then here is the glass screen protector in this little baggie, if you will. So you pull it out of there. Now remember, this is actually tempered glass. It's not plastic. You don't want to bow this too much because it's not designed to bend. You could actually break it if you do that. Now there's a sticker on one side that says remove this side before applying. So that's the side that has a sticker on it that's going to go face down. What I suggest you do is before you take that sticker off is you line it up to get familiar with how it's going to fit on there. And on my particular unit, there's just a little tiny notch. You won't be able to see it. There's a little tiny notch right here that's going to go around the dial. And I can kind of see kind of the spacing that I need to do there. It looks like I need to leave about a 1/16 of an inch at best along the edge. Okay, so with that, again, I can see that just doing that, I got some more lint that build up. So I'm gonna touch it up one more time. Since I don't want to lock that in. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now, for the final part, forgot to use the suction cup. Put the suction cup on the back side. That's just to help you to hold it so that you don't have to touch the sticky part. So you pull that off. And then what you do is you're going to, again, come down and line up one edge. And then once you have that, you can go ahead and let it down. And as you do so, you probably can't tell, but it's actually traveling through it on its own right now. Traveling through the screen, kind of working out the bubbles, but there's some more bubbles that remain. So that's okay. So now with that, what we'll do is I'll remove this suction cup. And then take your microfiber cloth. Now here you obviously want to work from the inside out, because if you work from the outside, you could actually trap those bubbles in. So you work from the inside out, pushing them out towards the edge. So we'll do that. Okay, so one of the things that I discovered is that there was along one of the edges, there was an air bubble that just didn't want to work its way out. I'm not sure if I didn't quite get it perfectly centered. I mean, it looks pretty good, but for whatever reason, the air couldn't get pushed out. So I had to use back on my thumbnail and credit card to continually work it. So I had to work it for about 10 minutes, and then I eventually got it all out. But just be aware that you may need to do that. And then once you've done all that, the last step is just to take your alcohol wipe again and go over the outside of the screen, just so that you have it all cleaned up and ready to go next time you're ready to go fishing. So that's all there is to it. Pretty simple, although you do have to be patient and take your time. And that is what it looks like. Well, I hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, do me a big favor and click on that like button. That'll help me to produce more content like this. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel to get my latest insights to help you purchase, equip, and maintain your boat. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you out on the water.